Hey, what's up, guys? It's Pat. So, guys, obviously the mob spawner wasn't working perfectly, and with a bunch of your suggestions, they were real helpful. And also, I checked out some videos as well to see what the problems were. And right now I'm actually gathering more cobblestone so that I can, fix it up. And I've already fixed it up a bit. I saw one online, I pretty much copied someone's design, and that's what I'm gonna do. I already worked on it a bit just to make sure that we'd actually get a working one, in this episode. Because the other one didn't really work right, so I figured that was the smartest thing to do. That way, I already built most of it, the beginning of it at least, and that way I can show you guys exactly how I built it, and I could finish it off, and hopefully we'll be able to, at the end, watch as it works, hopefully. So basically, I'm going to need tons of cobblestone. Really, we'll go over what the problems were, and the problem really was that there really wasn't enough room for the mobs to spawn. That was one of the main problems, and another one of the problems was that it wasn't a big enough drop from the cobblestone to the water, so they could actually jump right out. And I noticed this when I was messing around in creative mode, that they would just jump right out. So because I just stayed up there and looked and watched. And another thing was I didn't know that mobs couldn't spawn unless you were 60 blocks away from them. I had no idea on that. I thought they could just spawn, no matter how close or far you were. And it does make sense now because I've never noticed a mob spawn right in front of my face before. So you know what, that makes sense. So basically, I have water flowing from all different directions now. And what I'm going to do is I want to get a ceiling on it, and I didn't have enough blocks for that. So basically, though, I got it pretty much. It's working okay right now, but we're going to fix it up when we get back. Add a ceiling, make sure everything's set up right, and then we should hopefully be able to get drops all throughout the day, and that's really the main thing. I figured, my design didn't work, so I'll just copy some other people's designs. That makes sense, right? So maybe next time, now that I kind of understand exactly how it works, next time I could actually make a new design, that's just me. But for now, I'll just use some other people's designs, and then we'll actually get this working. And honestly, one of the mistakes for me was I didn't really understand how mobs functioned, and I didn't realize that you could make a huge platform for them to spawn on, and then they'd be stupid enough to walk in the water. I tried to just make them so they spawned directly next to the water, so they would fall in accidentally. But no, I didn't realize that they're stupid enough that they'll just fall right into the damn water, and I didn't notice that. So that's one of the problems with my design. But yeah, I almost have enough cobblestone. I should have enough once this pickaxe breaks to be able to finish off what I was working on. I'll show you guys what I did so far and what I need to do to finish it off so that I get mob spawning, 24 hours a day. And that way, we'll have plenty of items. Obviously, I don't even have a bed. I need the spiders. I need everything, pretty much. So this should save us a bunch of time once it's finally set up. I figured 2 episodes on this isn't a bad idea because this is kind of a complicated thing compared to usually just building something that looks cool. This actually has a function. So I figured we want to get it actually working instead of just having a half-working spawner that spawns 2 monsters a day, which is not good. So if I can find my way out of here, we're going to go back to the treehouse and we're going to finish setting this up, guys. Alright guys, so I'm back up to the treehouse. I'm up here, and it's starting to get dark, and you can see what I did kind of from here. But I need to get up there before it actually is black dark out, because the mobs will obviously kill me. So hopefully there isn't any up there right now. I don't think there will be, because it is, it's still daytime technically. So we need to get up there real quick. Hopefully I'm actually in the right spot here. I need to use a bunch of cobblestone to get up here, and then I'll show you guys exactly what we're doing. Please don't be any creepers right next to me when I get up here. Alright, let's look around. I don't see anything. I think we're good. And clearly my water's actually messed up. I didn't even realize that. So, yeah, that's something I need to fix. Let's see, is there any other water issues? So the water, I have it flowing from all 4 directions, and that seems to be the easiest way to set it up with all these platforms. It looks like I just need a little bit more water, and I should be good. So that's all I'm going to have to fix, really, water-wise, and what we're going to have to do is we're going to have to build, a ceiling and stuff like that. So the way I set this up, guys, is I put it 4 like this, so that way mobs can spawn on any 4 of these quadrants, pretty much, and they're pretty much going to fall in, honestly. So they're pretty stupid. They're going to fall in, and if I have a ceiling on this, then, they're going to spawn all day long, hopefully. So it should be dark enough during the day as well if we build up some walls, build up a ceiling. I don't think it needs to be too tall, really. It just needs to be tall enough for spiders to spawn, so it doesn't need to be super tall. I just said spiders. I think they're all the same height actually. So it only needs to be what, like, this is at 2 right now, probably like 3 height or something. So it doesn't need to be much higher. And that should be good enough to get every mob spawning here. And they shouldn't spawn while I'm here because I'm close to them. So I don't think I need to set up any torches right now. I can just work on this pretty peacefully. So I'm thinking I'll set the ceiling at this height. And yeah, we're going to get the ceiling going. That's really what's going to yield us the most here. Once we set up the ceiling, we should have a pretty nice mob spawner that's going to kill all the mobs for us pretty easily. They'll all fall down there. So this should work perfectly. I just want to make sure that I have enough blocks. I have like 4 stacks. I don't know if that's going to be enough really, but I'm trying, guys. I'm trying. I got as much as I could stand. It takes so long to get all this damn cobblestone. So yeah, I'm going to set up the ceiling right now and see what we're missing. If we're missing anything. Maybe we'll have enough. I don't know. Will 3 stacks be able to cover the ceiling and some of the walls? I don't know. It's not looking good, but you never know. So this whole corner is almost set up. It may be dark enough, even if the whole thing isn't perfectly set up. I don't know. Just to spawn some monsters in certain spots, because it's going to be dark, obviously, underneath spots like this. But we'll see. If we can't finish it off, then I'll just have to go down and get a little bit more. I don't know if we have any other blocks to use until then. I mean, I could use some dirt until then. It makes it look a lot worse, obviously, but I may just do that just to make sure that this is set up and we could really test it well. But yeah, all I need really is to set this up, and a whole bunch of monsters should spawn in here because the surface area is so much greater than my original mob spawner. And the reason, guys, that I did some of it off camera was because I wasn't exactly sure if it would work, so I didn't want to waste time. And that's really, you know, it's a shame when I waste time not knowing how to do something exactly. So I figured I'd at least set it up, and this was working perfectly at nighttime, so I imagine once I get it nice and dark in here that it'll work all day long. And that's really going to be all we really need to do, and then this will be done. Then we can work on some other projects. You know, like actually building some stuff. So this is not for looks, but more for, you know, it being important. Alright, so I think that's how high we need to make it. And this may be a block higher than I actually need this to be. I'm not exactly sure how high I need it to be, but I want to just make sure. I want to be 100% on this, that this is high enough for us to use this as a spawner. And obviously nothing's going to spawn in here right now because I'm right next to it. But once the day goes around and I finish this up, hopefully, we'll be able to go down and it'll work. That's what I'm hoping. You know what I should have done? Is I should have made the platform that brought me up here out of dirt. Instead I made it out of cobblestone, which really doesn't make much sense because I actually need the cobblestone. So I may have to grab that as well. But yeah, the ceiling is coming along pretty nicely. I think I'm getting there at least. And my pickaxe has really endured some abuse at this point, so I'm going to need to make a new diamond one eventually. Pretty soon, probably. So yeah, let's get up this side now. And I'm just seeing how much I really have. I'm kind of running low already. I mean, you go through it so quick during stuff like this, it's pretty ridiculous. So yeah, I probably should have gotten twice as much cobblestone, maybe even more. I mean, I figured 2 pickaxes worth would be enough, but, you know, it always seems like I need more than I actually think I do. Alright, so this should be high enough for the ceiling, and expand this out. So yeah, it's pretty much a work in progress, but I think it's coming along. So yeah, I don't think I'm going to make it out of dirt. I just don't want to make it look too sloppy, you know what I mean, guys? So I'm just going to use all cobblestone for this. But it's coming along. I just made it, it's such a big spawner now that I need ridiculous amounts. And that's why I made it small originally, but making it so small, obviously didn't work out too well because I couldn't get many mobs spawning because the surface area for their spawn points was so tiny that it really didn't help. I mean, I got a couple mobs, but it really wasn't working. And that's pretty much everything I have. So what I could do is, well, what we should do is we should fix the water. I must have only put 1 bucket of water over there. So what we're going to do is, actually I need cobblestone for that. Let's get a little cobblestone out of this. So I'm going to need like 3, 4 of these, I don't know. Okay, so where's the spot over there, I think? So what we're going to do is we're going to need to turn this in... Oh, what am I? I'm an idiot. I have water on me. I was going to turn that into an infinite source because I didn't think we had any water on me. But yeah, we have water, so I'll just place it over there. Alright, what side is it not working on? So yeah, I'm just missing a block over here, it looks like. Or something's going wrong with it. I mean, it looks... hold on a second. Let me just grab it from here. And put it back. There we go. Okay, now that's working. Guys, I actually headed all the way back down and gathered a ton more of cobblestone. I really want to finish it up. I want it to be able to work during the day and at night, so I figured I'd make the sacrifice this time. And, whoops, you can see all this cobblestone that I have. Yeah, don't go into your inventory when you're climbing up a ladder, but you can see that I have like 10 stacks, and that should be enough to finish this off, and then we can actually see how well it works. And it's actually nighttime, so mobs are probably spawning right now. So guys, I'm back up here again. I tossed it on peaceful just so that there wouldn't be mobs up here when we got up here, because I do want to finish this off without getting myself killed. Clearly, I can't really come up here if there's like 30 monsters up here to finish this off, so I just tossed it on peaceful for this moment, just so that we could finish this off. All I need to do is finish up the sides and finish up the ceiling, and I should be done in just a couple minutes, and then we can actually see how this works. We'll take a look at how it works during the day, and we'll take a look how it works at night. Should work fairly the same at both times, I would have to imagine, if it's going to be black dark in here. So we're almost done though, so we're getting there, and hopefully it'll be worth gathering all this cobblestone. It took forever. I gathered another 4 stone pickaxes worth, so if that's not enough, then I'm very upset. But yeah, it should be plenty. It looks like it's coming along now, and it looks like I'm gonna have enough, because look, I've got like 10 stacks. I mean, 10 stacks, that's a lot. That's not a little bit of cobblestone. That's a lot of cobblestone. So, hopefully that'll finish it off. It looks like this side is almost completely done, and I have plenty left, so looking pretty good. I'm pretty happy about it. I know it's a little tedious doing this, but, you know, it's what you got to do if you want to get this working correctly. Alright guys, so I completely filled in the whole thing. I put a torch down just so you could see, because I'm not sure, because YouTube's a little dark, so it's kind of hard to see. But yeah, this is completely filled in. The mobs should be able to easily fall down here and not be able to jump back up. I think it's good. I don't know if it's supposed to be one higher or not. I'm not really sure, but I think that this is going to work pretty good. Maybe I should put blocks here. I don't know. I think that this should work fairly well, though. So, one last thing I do want to do make a little bit more of like a funnel shape down there. I think that'll help keep it darker during the day. I'm not exactly sure, but that's what I'm going to do. I actually totally forgot to light up the ceiling, so that's what I'm going to do first. Yeah, that's exactly what I forgot to do last time, and this time I'm not going all the way down before I light up the ceiling. So it should be light enough up here with this many torches, and I can go back down, and then I'll take it off peaceful, because I had to put it on peaceful because I didn't really want the mobs to be up here as I was fixing it up. So yeah, it's dark as shit right now, but in a second we'll be good. I'm gonna make like a funnel, like I said. Hopefully you can see a little better now. So this is what I'm gonna do. So this should be a good spot to do this. I'm gonna, do this. I feel like this will make it a little darker during the day. I'm not 100% sure that it will, but those are my thoughts. So I'm gonna build this down not too far, only a little bit further than this. Maybe one more block, and that should be good. And that's probably all I can do anyway. Alright, so last one. And this should make it plenty dark during the day. And it is actually about to hit daytime. So we're going to see how this works during the day. So let's take this off peaceful, put it back on hard. And once I get further away, they should spawn. Let's see if I have a shovel. Do I have a shovel? Yeah, I do. Okay, so let's save a little bit of time and use our shovel. So yeah, guys, I'm going to try to get further away this time. That was definitely one of the problems last time as well, was that I was way too close while I was waiting for the mobs. Because I didn't know that you had to be, like 60 blocks away. And this is, what, like 30? So if I go all the way down this way, this is probably going to be a lot more successful. So I'll give it a couple minutes, and I'll even go down here, because this has to be far enough away, and I'll give it a minute or two, then I'll go back up there and check it out. So guys, it's been like a minute or something, I don't know. I'm going to check to see if this is working. It's daytime, so I'm not 100% sure on it, but hopefully there are mobs that have spawned in there, and they'll start to fall down pretty soon. Because I'm pretty sure that I got it dark enough in there, and when I did this on creative, it was working, so I'd imagine that it will work here as well. Because honestly, mobs can't spawn anywhere else but inside there. So hopefully, if I get a little closer, oh, there's already stuff. So that must have happened right when I was down there. So yeah, clearly it's working. So hopefully we will get a better look at it from here. Probably gonna fall right on my head. Maybe I should back up. So yeah, it is working, obviously. Although, oh, there we go, skeleton. So, okay, this is working pretty good. And obviously it's because I copied someone's design. But that's fine anyway. So, if you want it to work, sometimes you gotta use other people's designs as well. So we'll just give this a couple minutes, just to see exactly how well it's working. I think I see another one coming. So yeah, this is working really well. So if you guys, whoa, that scared me. If you guys actually need one, a design, this seems to be working pretty well, and it works during the day. So I'm gonna get tons of stuff from doing this. So yeah, guys, this is working perfectly. I'm really happy about it. So yeah, that's what I get for using my own design. Obviously, it didn't work, but you know what? This works now, and that's good. So I think here comes a spider, maybe. I don't know. But yeah, I think I set it up right. I see a spider like right on the side. I guess it's not in the water, but hopefully it'll fall in there. But there must be tons of mobs up there, seeing as how many have fallen down in such a quick period of time. So good thing I lit up the ceiling, or this actually would have been a big problem again. So yeah, they're probably not spawning because I'm real close again. I mean, that's one of my problems is, too close. And I probably, they probably spawned when I was further away. And then when I came, then they all died. And now they have to spawn again. I don't know, something like that probably. But, that was one of the issues. I think I pretty much figured out how this works. And a creeper just fell down. So yeah, it was because I need to, get a bit further away. And not just watch straight from here every time. But guys, this is working perfectly. I'm happy about it. If you have any other suggestions for it, that's cool too. There's a couple things I could do to make it look much cooler. What I was thinking, but this would be so much work, is what if I, around the whole thing of it, netherrack and lit it all on fire. I think that would look really sick, but I would think that would take hours to do. I don't know. I think it'd be awesome though. I don't know. Just a thought. Just throwing that out there. So anyways, guys, hope you enjoyed this episode. Feel free to comment, rate, and subscribe. See you guys later.